Our next story is from the Cree community of Onion Lake, Saskatchewan. It's where Pastor Martin Nastis overcame many challenges in his life, an alcoholic and abusive upbringing, and attempted suicide. Today, he, along with church members, are working hard to establish a distribution center that meets the needs of his people.
Martin Nastis grew up in Onion Lake. As a young boy, he was forced to beg for food, surviving the best he could, living a painful life that no child should ever have to endure. A life that forced him to turn his back on God.
Because of the alcohol within my own family, a lot of times I would go and stay with my grandma. But again, what had happened is, different people came and took me away, and they abused me. And I never told anybody about that, and it still hurts today. And a lot of times it bothers me. That's the reason why, I just didn't want nothing to do with this God. Because if there was a God that was able to stop that, why didn't you?
A turning point came when at the age of 17, a fellow community member led Martin to Christ. Then at the age of 30, he would take a bold step and move his wife and 3 daughters out of the community, where they all attended Bible school. He would return a changed man.
When I was in Bible school, my vision was to be able to come back and help my people. And now I believe that, God has fulfilled my vision, my dream. Because the reason why is because now I'm really able to really reach out to my people and let them know, hey, I care. I want to be there for you. I want to be able to help you. But I thank the Lord.
Now the pastor of Onion Lake Full Gospel Log Church, a church he himself was instrumental in building, he is doing more for his community than he could have ever have dreamed of.
No, keep going. We need 99 boxes. We're at 30.
Including partnering with Crossroads to launch this food distribution center. Martin's sister, Linda, heads up the distribution center and says the need is great.
I started to look around and see what the needs are. And when I'm at school, I see a lot of kids come to school with hungry, and one of them says that one time he said, I didn't eat this morning and I'm hungry, and is there something that you could give me? They're actually a little crib size.
Through your donations, Crossroads is able to supply food, clothing, and basic necessities to those within the community of Onion Lake who are struggling to make ends meet.
We've been getting so many calls of people coming and say, hey, we heard that there's something brought in for Onion Lake. So again, it really, it really made an impact. In Onion Lake, say, hey, they're really serving the Lord. They really are.
I would love to say a big, huge thank you for helping one of our visions and dreams to come to reality. And I wanted to say from the bottom of my heart, the love that you have shown us, that you cared. And thankful that we are partnering together to reach other people.
Well, she's so right. We can't say that we love others if we don't love each other, or that we have God's love. This is how we show it. Right now, I'm joined by someone full of God's love, Outreach Ambassador Bev Hadland. And Bev, you've been pioneering this work, making connections, and helping people become self-sustaining. Tell me about where we're working.
Well, right across the country, but Onion Lake was the very first community that said, please come out here. And we go where we're invited, and we hear their dreams. We always want to work with the church in the community, in those Indigenous communities. So I always say, God, send me to the mover and the shaker. And Martin and Linda are those in Onion Lake, and their own chief and council built that church so that it would be for the whole community. And they want to not just help their community, but they want to spread out and help other communities into northern Alberta and northern Saskatchewan. So it's not just about their community. We are actually created there sort of a depot, a center to reach out like a spokes on a wheel to other communities. Pastors come in and pick up things. So we're in the shadows partnering with them with their dream and their vision. And it's so exciting. And I've been there about 8 times to Onion Lake. It's all about relationship with these people. They They want to be loved and accepted and journey together as brothers and sisters.
As we all do.
Yes.
As we all do. And
Yes.
you've been bringing all kinds of supplies. What are you bringing?
Anything they ask for. So nothing that I think they need, but they said we want to start a food kitchen, so we network across the country, and in comes the food, dehydrated or fresh produce, winter coats, because that's a big thing. And so we've partnered with other organizations and ministries that are helping and getting the transportation out there. So socks was one thing. So not just a few socks, but Socks for Souls gave us 11,000 pairs of brand new socks.
Wow, and it's cold there, so
yes,
they need
and
socks.
to overwhelm them with blessings. The Lord said, under promise and over deliver. They have had so much pain. How about blessings and blessings and blessings coming upon them? And they cry. Socks, you might say, well, it's not food. But socks hits the soul. You put socks on their feet, there's tears in their eyes. Somebody cares that they would send us socks. Or then it's food. Obviously, they need food. Curriculums, we've given them everything that we've developed for the Cree people here at Crossroads.
Amazing.
And they love it.
And you think that, as Canadians, we've been part of the pain that many Indigenous communities experience as the church. Also, as Christians, we've been part of that. So to be part of the healing matters so much. Bev, thank you so much for all you're doing.
Well, thank you. It's been a great privilege and pleasure.